Financial wellness. Reach out to them for advice at 855-DON-GINO. And now back to your hosts, Don Getling and Gino Franti.
Well, good morning, and thank you for joining us this Saturday on the Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show. You've been doing so now, hopefully, for nearly 6 years as we guide you to personal and financial wellness. Today, I do not have Don with me, but that's all right, because as usual, I have a fantastic guest. Today, the guest is my doc, Mehran Abassian, my personal dentist, which you wonder, why are we going to have a dentist on the show? Well, it's a little bit about the experience that I've had while dealing with them. More about that than anything to do with my teeth. In fact, I haven't had to do much to my teeth, so I'm trying to keep it that way. Anyways, thanks for joining us today, Doc.
Nice to be here, Gino.
And we'd like for you to join us as well by going to donandgino.com. Go to the live streaming button. That's the best way to join us here in the Vault Media Studio that we've built for you right here at Skyline Home Loans to make sure that you can see what we're doing and you can get the outtakes of what happens in the studio. So, Doc, I know a little bit weird, to be asked to come on to a real estate and finance show, but I was thinking about business owners this year, and I said I'd love to bring on some business owners that I've had impact with. You may not know this, but we also are part of a group called America's Professional Resource Group. And America's Professional Resource Group is kind of the best of the best that we've found in Santa Clarita. And, we at one point planned and talked about doing some medical stuff with that as well. But mostly it's been financial. We have financial planners, we have attorneys, we have college planners, all kinds of different specialists that help guide you to personal financial wellness in your life. And although what you do is take care of our teeth, it also could have a major impact on your finances, which is probably why most people neglect taking care of themselves, and it ended up costing them more money in the end. But more than that, I wanted to bring you on because I had a great experience on the business side. I see that you've built a great team. I see that you have an exceptional level of customer service, and I kind of wanted to get a little bit more from the mastermind behind the operation to see if some of us business owners can take some tips.
Well, thank you for thinking that way about my office and my business. We truly appreciate it. And it is our goal to be service-oriented, but, it didn't happen overnight. In 1988, I graduated from dental school. For about a year, I practiced dentistry in San Fernando Valley area. Then one day I'm looking at the newspaper classified area, and there was a dentist, Dr. George Eakins, in Saugus that was looking for an associate. And it was the type of dentistry that I wanted to do. So I came for an interview. He gave me a job. For about a year, I worked at his office. Then a local dentist passed away in a car accident, Dr. George Amenecker, and John Amenecker, I'm sorry. And he was coming from his other practice from Bakersfield area, and highway patrol were chasing a drunk driver. And
Oh, wow.
He crossed the center divider, hit his car, and they both passed away on impact. But what happened was Dr. Amenecker's state had to find new purchasers for his practices, and I didn't want to go from Bakersfield to Santa Clarita Valley for my type of dentistry, the type of business I had in mind. I just wanted to be in one area, so I purchased the practice in Santa Clarita Valley, which was on Lyons Avenue at that time, in September of 1990, and I started, it was a part-time practice, but yet at the same time I had a student loan, I had a practice loan, I had a mortgage for my practice, I had the rent for my business, and also, payroll taxes, payroll.
A whole new world, huh?
That's right, and it was a welcome to business.
Yeah.
And it was business 101.
Yeah. Isn't that funny that business 101 actually happens when you open your first business? No matter how many college courses you've taken about business, none of them teach you what it really is like to be in business.
You're correct. But the lucky thing for me was that when I was working for Dr. Amenecker's office, I had a patient, he's a stockbroker, Michael Yock, and he really liked me, and he liked me as a dentist. So he said, when you have your business, I will come to you as your patient. So when I purchased my practice, I let him know. He came to my office. At the same time, he was a member of a business group that, he wanted me to attend one of the meetings and see if I liked it. So I went and attended that meeting, and I finally became a member. I was very hesitant. I wasn't sure if I wanted to be part of that group. I wasn't sure, but this happened in 1990, and can I give the name of the?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's Santa Cruz Valley Business Group, SCVBG, and that was by far the best move I made for my practice throughout the years, because and that's something that a beginner business person can consider doing. Join a networking group, and that's going to help them develop their business, and because they get referrals from that business. It doesn't have to be the one I go to. There's many of them in this valley. And at the same time, I was very involved with the Chamber of Commerce. I was on the board of the local chapter of the American Red Cross. I was coaching AYSO at that time. So all of these things were the things I enjoyed doing, but also there was a business angle to it, because I knew that the more I got involved in the community, the better chance I had to get new patients.
Time out. I'm going to hold you right there. So if you just tuned in, this is Dr. Mehran Abassian telling you his story of entrepreneurship. And if you weren't listening or you missed it, I welcome you to come back to the show, to donandgino.com, and listen, because there were pearls of wisdom for anyone that's looking to open a business, because he talked about the fear, the anxiety, the overhead, having to take some risk, being comfortable with that risk, taking on loans, doing all these things. And then now you have this business. Now, how do you get more business? And you mentioned the biggest piece, and this is something I believe I practice, is you do the things you love. And you do the things you love, and when you network and you do the things you love, you meet people, and you meet people that have like interests, and those people want to do business with you.
Exactly.
So fast forward a little bit for us and tell us how your business practice looks today.
So in 2007, I purchased a space across the way from your building,
Right.
On Turney Road, and I built a business, built my office there.
Beautiful office.
And you know, it was a big move, but it was the right move, because for 17 years I was on Lyons Avenue, and the owner of the building was a local orthodontist, Dr. Alan Barbaco. And after about 5 years over there, he was telling me, Mehran, you got to move out of this area, and you got to move to a bigger place. You know, you've outgrown this space. But I always wanted to move to a place where I own this space. So where I'm at right now, I own this space.
Go ahead and tell us where it is. It's on Turney and Magic Mountain,
27420 on Turney Road. And it was the best decision I made for myself, because as soon as I moved from the smaller office that I had on Lyons Avenue, 900 square feet, 3 operatories, to 2,000 square feet, 6 operatories, overlooking the Valencia Country Club, state-of-the-art.
I think that's why you did it. Yeah. I think you just want to be looking at the golf course all day.
I do love golf. And it was the best move I made. And it's not just the location that makes your practice. It's not just me. I'm part of a team. And my team is the number one reason why my office is perceived the way you perceive it, because they're friendly, they're personable, they go above and beyond to help our patients. We designed our office in a way where it doesn't look so sterile, even though that we are very clean, but when you walk into our office, it feels like you went to a friend's house. And then when you sit in one of the operators, you're overlooking the golf course, and it's creating an experience for the patient. And when I saw this space and I decided to purchase it, I envisioned that, you know what, when a patient comes and sits in that chair and overlooks the grass and trees that are part of that golf course, it's a serene feeling. And
while they're drilling in your head. Anyways, I'll stop you right there, but I want everyone to get an opportunity to listen to this. In fact, if you have we're going to post this on our website. I want to make sure you listen to this podcast, because I can't think of a better description of becoming an entrepreneur. The things that you're explaining are things that we all go through. And you had a vision, and you executed on that vision because you were willing to take risk. You were willing to duplicate yourself, which is what it takes to build a team. And, I mean, these are great, great tips. So stay tuned. We're going to get into more detail with Dr. Mehran Abassian, and we're going to talk a little bit more about that team, because I think that does make it extra special. Just like here at Skyline Home Loans, it's not about me. It's not about Don. It's about our team, and we're only as strong as our weakest link. So stay tuned to the Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show. We'll be back in just a sec.